What's up, guys? Ownedbytamater here. Welcome back to my What Gun Wednesday, where you guys tell me the guns, proficiencies, attachments, perks, really anything and everything you can think of to specify for my gameplay, and I do my best to get a solid gameplay with that, and I break it down. I break down the gun, the attachments, the perks, the game type, whatever you specify. I discuss in length, my thoughts and opinions on it. And this week's suggestion was really specific. It came from my friend Ownedbytater, or Ronnie. Most of you guys know him. I've done a few dual commentaries with him, etc., etc. And he said that he wanted me to do a game of Drop Zone with an assault rifle. He said he didn't really care which one, but he was thinking maybe the Ak47, since he hadn't really seen too many gameplays with it. And for the secondary, he wanted the Javelin. And as far as the AK, I hadn't really messed around too much with it, since compared to the other assault rifles, it's pretty bouncy. Even the MP7 with kick, I feel, is a heck of a lot more steady than the AK. The AK, I have never really tried it out too much. When I first unlocked it, I equipped it, I tried it out. It was way bouncier than the M4, the SCAR, the ACR, so I was like, you know what, forget this, no thank you. And I didn't really ever go back to it after that. And turns out it's not really that bad of a gun. I don't mind it. I do, like other guns better, like the Type 95, the SCAR, the M4, the ACR. I like a lot of the other... I just killed myself. I like a lot of the other assault rifles a lot better, but it's not a just trash gun that I'm not going to be able to pick up and do well with. So it's not a bad choice of a gun. I don't know. It's a little bouncy. I think with kick it's a little bit more manageable, but far range is still going to be pretty hard to manage and keep accurate whenever your gun's bouncing as much as it does. Maybe if you, put something like like a red dot, something that makes it easier to tell where your dot's gonna be. I don't know exactly, but it's rather difficult to use far range. Up close, it's pretty nice. It's not completely unreliable up close like the Type 95. It's pretty powerful, and it carries its damage pretty well. As far as the gun, there's not a whole lot to say with it. Right here, I don't really have any attachments on it, I don't think. I might not even have a proficiency on it, but it can do some work. And since on Drop Zone they're going to be rushing to a set spot, I tend to like an assault rifle a little bit more on Drop Zone, since they're all going to be rushing to you, and if you're on the Drop Zone, you have to be able to hit them from a medium range really quickly. And a submachine gun is good for, if they round the corner right near you, or you round the corner right near them. But Drop Zone, they're going to be round the corner, and it's going to be a pretty good gap, and they're going to know you're there, so you're going to have to be really accurate with your gun. So as far as like a Drop Zone gun choice, I feel an assault rifle is really where it's at if you're going to be on the actual Drop Zone itself. Maybe if you're camping around the corner just waiting for people to round around, maybe a submachine gun might be good. Or even if you're really good with a submachine gun and you can do really well with it at a range, it just feels like the damage doesn't carry as well for a medium range as an assault rifle. And so, any assault rifle on Drop Zone should be fine. Not a big deal. As far as the secondary, since I never really messed around with the Javelin on Modern Warfare 2 or so far on this game, it's a little strange to get used to. Whenever I use a launcher, I don't really use the Mw3 very much unless it's already set up on a class. I don't use a launcher to, fire at the ground. I don't like the RPG. I don't know. I've never really been a huge fan of them. And as far as the Javelin goes, it's a little weird to get used to whenever you're not ready to just be, locking on to stuff. So for getting a gameplay, since he wanted me to use the Javelin, I had to get into the mentality of, you know, be able to stay at a little range and lock on when necessary. But there's plenty of times that I, you know, didn't even use it, or sometimes I'd run out of ammo on my AK and I'd switch like a secondary, expecting, you know, to have my machine gun pistols, and I'd pull out a Javelin and just look stupid. But it is really cool because on Drop Zone you can lock onto the drop zones themselves and pretty much just rape anybody that's trying to, you know, camp on the drop zone, or anybody that's around there that doesn't have blast shield and, you know, they're at full health. You're gonna rape them with your Javelin through the head, unless they hear it and run away. But for the most part, you're able to lock on, launch it, and it's easy triples, quads, doubles, whatever. It's incredibly easy to get those, and it's kind of fun to use if you can remember to, you know, use it and just, I don't know, remember to pull it out, use it, lock on, which is weird for me because I'm always used to only using like the triangle to switch to a secondary where I can fire it when needed. But with the mentality, it's, you know, it's pretty fun to just be able to get quads for for really just nothing. I didn't use it a whole lot this game. There was times, since he wanted me to use the Javelin, I wanted to make sure I used it a few times, but especially on this map, there's not a lot of good areas to lock on, and I found myself, you know, rushing too close to the drop zone before I even had a chance to lock on. And right here I saw him camping in the building, so instead of doing the drop zone, I locked on over there. But this game, I don't know, I kind of find Drop Zone enjoyable. The experience isn't all that great since you're not getting any kill streaks, so your challenges aren't going to go up as much as if you were playing some other game mode. But as far as just, you know, going to mess around and have fun, this, you know, you can get some triples, some quad feeds, some whatever, because the enemies tend to kind of group up. If you're holding down a drop zone, they tend to all round at the exact same time, and if you're good enough, you can get some really sick feeds, some really sick montage clips. I just in the, you know, day or two that I played this, I had quite a few triples, a lot of quad fails, just some stuff like that, and it's, I don't know, if you're able to manage it, it can be really fun just, you know, running the other team. And as I said in my previous video, if you're wanting to take it tactically and you can't seem to break down a drop zone once they get on it, you can easily just memorize the rotation of the drop zones and the order that they pop up in and when they're going to pop up, and keep an eye on, you know, the time for the next drop zone. It's a minute apart, I believe. And once you're, you know, ready for the new drop zone, you can head over there beforehand and be the first one on there, so you're able to hold it down instead of having to break down, you know, 3 or 4 different people that are all sitting in the corner just waiting for someone to round, and you know, they're going to be able to be on you before you even jump in there. Oh, other than that, there's not a whole lot to say about this game. For the perk setup, he wanted me to use the blast shield, which, you know, that's my #1 red perk, my #1 tier 2 perk for drop zone, since if you're going to be on the drop zones themselves, grenades are going to come flying in like crazy, and, you know, you're obviously gonna want to be able to survive that stuff. And so I always play in drop zone, I always have on blast shield, since, you know, you don't need hardline because obviously you're not going to be able to get your kill streaks. And assassin, there's not a whole lot of UAVs or counter UAVs or EMPs or anything you have to worry about for assassin. The only main thing is, you know, portable radars, but those don't seem to be used as widely as, you know, they could be. If you ran into a team that was all using portable radars, it might come to the point where you need to use assassin for a little bit to kind of break it down. But I find that not a whole lot of people are gonna just, you know, set up with their portable radars all over the drop zone. And so blast shield really works really well, and sleight of hand, you know, that's always nice to have. You don't really need extreme conditioning, because if you're on the drop zone, you don't really need to be moving much. You need to be able to shoot, reload, and be ready to shoot again before another enemy rounds the corner. Anyways, guys, this has been the What Gun Wednesday for this week. I don't know where I was going with that. This has been the drop. Oh my God, this has been the What Gun Wednesday for an AK47 Javelin drop zone gameplay. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what guns, what games, whatever you want me to do for next What Gun Wednesday, and I will do my best to get that out to you guys. This has been Owned by Tomater. Later.